Oh. Oh. Whew, I haven't been up this early on a weekend in a minute. Here, switch windows, screen cam, there it is. You please aim? There we go. Okay. The volume level should be good. Actually, one of them is One Piece. Well, a One Piece video. In my reading section, one of them actually is One Piece, I think. Yep. There it is. A little gauge. Okay, hitboxes. That's the first thing on the agenda. Got up, made some toast and an omelet. Going crazy. Not the double copy. Trolls. Alright. Forgot what I was doing last night. Oh, I was trying to figure out a glitch. But I realize it's not worth figuring out since I'm about to replace the damaging system with the hitboxes in the anyway. Anyway, let's see where we are. This game's probably gonna come up loud as hell for y'all. There we go. Okay. go. What was it? Oh, it is this way. I'm silly. Silly me. Ah, crap. I forgot about this glitch. Oh. Oh, I'll fix that one day. I don't even know why it happens, but I'll fix it one day. Just want it to be full screen. Okay. Oh, hold on, I forgot something. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Do-rag removed. Face moisturized. Unbothered. Come on. Okay, so I need to make hitboxes. Also need to fix the fact that he can just one shot. I don't know why he does so much damage. Or why he attacks multiple times, because that's why there's so many sounds. Game over. Alright. Stop that. For one thing, I need to go to the game object and turn debug on by default. Put debug on to 1. I'm going to set window to 0. I'm going to set the master volume to 0.15. And that should do it. That way I don't have to go into the menu every time. Okay, so let's watch this tutorial again. I've already watched it, but I forget things quickly. So I'm gonna watch it again.
And whenever you are, my name is Benjamin, and welcome to another 2D hack and slash video.
Benjamin.
In this video, this is a pay what you want course. There are 2 links in the description where you can support me. either through itch.io or buying my pixel art course on Udemy. In this lecture, or lesson I should say, we're going to be adding in hitboxes.
I
for
swear,
our
bro,
character
this
and
man's name
potentially
is
for our
Benjamin.
enemy.
But
this week I'm actually only going to be doing
he's just
2
all about the
lessons
Benjamins,
because
man.
it is
He about that paper.
Independence Day here in the United States this week, so I'm going to be out of town most
They
of the
call
week
him
spending
Benjamin
time
because he
with
got so
family.
many hunters.
But I've still got 2 that I can do, and I'll be uploading those. So one on Tuesday and then
Need to
one
set
on
a
Thursday.
timer.
Okay. So we need to create a new object.
take a break
so
in
let's
like
create a new
45
object,
minutes.
and we'll call this O_hitbox. And we need to give this object a collision, and we'll have it collide with the knight right here. So let's do add an event. Then we'll
So first things first, let me make that object real quick. Ooh, there's a lot of objects in this game. This is going to be a battle object. So I will put it. What? Oh, I already have hitboxes made. When did I do this? Huh. Well, would you look at that? That's some crazy stuff. I did not know I did that already. Copy this deal damage code. And go in here. Battle hitbox. And I have a battle enemy hitbox. I did not know I did this before. I think I tried it once and then determined that I didn't need hitboxes for what I was doing. But kinda did. Alright, so I'm gonna duplicate the battle hitbox. And then I am going to name this one battle. And then delete this one. And then rename this to battle hitbox 1. There we go. Now I need to change this collider. This needs to be changed to enemy. And this event, change event, collision, objects, battle units, player battle unit. Okay. And the instance destroy on the alarm and creator and damage. Okay. If you collide with a player object, our foe. Why did that undo the... What? There we go. I was about to say, why did that undo like that? That was weird. Foe equals instance placed. No, that's not what I need to do. If creator equals foe equals creator. Wait, let me just watch the video. I think he addresses what I'm trying to do right now.
Collision event with a knight. And then we will write some code in here. We'll say with other instance destroy. Actually, we can.
That's exactly what I was looking for. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay. Foe equals other. Hi, Nat. Welcome to the morning stream. Necrim. Okay, foe equals other, and on the enemy hitbox, I need to do the same thing. Did I close it? I did. Other. That way I don't have to... Right now, I am working on hitboxes. Oh! Before I was using a system that would use a script that would deal the damage directly to the unit in hard code. But I realized hitboxes are going to be better for future proofing, because if I do something like a projectile attack, I don't want to have to finagle with trying to figure out how to get that to do damage and what timing and all that. I just could make it to where as soon as you collide with the enemy, do the damage, put them in the attack state, blah blah blah. So now I'm sprucing up the code in my in my hitbox scripts. Thing is that the damage on these is different each attack. So I need to, when I make my script for creating the hitbox, I need to determine all the damage numbers in that. ID foe modifier. Okay, back to the tutorial.
We can just, I forgot. In GameMaker, okay, so if you're in GameMaker Studio 1.4, you'll have to do with other instance destroy like this. However, in GameMaker Studio 2, we can do instance destroy other like this. Okay?
Cute.
We can do it a little bit different in GameMaker Studio 2.
Don't forget your colon. Semicolon. There you go.
Okay, so we've got a hitbox, and we've got it colliding with the knight, and it destroys the knight when it collides. But we're going to want to have different sprites every time we create a hitbox. We want to have one hitbox object that can have multiple sprites assigned to it depending on which attack we're using. Okay? So we're going to create a new script, and we'll name this script create hitbox. I think argument, and I think
okay, he's making the create hitbox script.
I don't know, is this
that? I
working?
might
Move and
have
collide?
that as well.
Move.
I do.
And yeah, it's working. We'll just use
Wow,
arg.
I have literally done this before.
Arg. And then we'll have an X argument, arg, a Y argument, a sprite that we'll pass in, arg.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Fuck what he talking about. I'm gonna change my create script. Yeah, I don't need damage in this, but I do need the modifier. Shut up, Zerf. I already do that everywhere else. Don't worry about it, bro. This game's gonna run like ass. No, I'm just playing. Kind of. Modifier. Then add an argument after lifespan. Arg modifier. I'll put damage modifier just for clarity. Damage mod. And then I will put hitbox dot modifier equals modifier. I don't need X scale because I am not spawning it that way. Yeah, I won't need X scale. Okay. Modifier doesn't exist inside of the hitbox. I should have a... Yeah. Wait. Shit, I set the creator after that. Wait, I'll be creating hitbox in the players. So if I just do if object index determines, looks at what the object is, object player battle unit. So if the object is a player battle unit, then create the hitbox at this specific place, and then do the same thing if object index is come on, brain, work. Ah, If object ended, object, enemy, battle hitbox. Is that what I can called it? No, it's battle enemy hitbox. Enemy hitbox. There we go. And then change this to enemy. Save. Alright, I haven't used modifier yet because I haven't set the modifier inside of these hitboxes. So I'm going to go to create. I'm going to change modify damage to modifier. I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to go into here and I'm going to change this to modifier. That way I can determine how strong the attack is from inside the hitbox. Okay. Now go create the hitbox. Who's calling me? This is an alarm. Wait, what? Oh. That was an alarm. Okay, I don't care about that. That was my old wake up alarms. I know, Nat. I know. Megalovania starting out of freaking nowhere scared you, huh? Me too. That's why it's my alarm. Because it wakes me up. Hearing boss music in the morning? Nothing like it. You gotta defeat the god that is your day. Hey, don't worry about what I'm doing. When it's break time, we're gonna fight Sans. Okay. I think that's everything I need. Alright, let's see how this works.
Arguments, basically, and we'll here.
Knockback damage.
That's what we're going to need.
Wait, is there knockback already? I have knockback built in to deal damage. I don't need it on my... Yeah, I already took it off. Trigger, lifespan. I could take off X scale. Alright, that's 6 arguments. Then I need... Okay, so now that I've done that, I need to draw the hitbox. I need to lower its opacity so that I can see it only when debug is happening. So I'm gonna add an event, a draw event. Description, draw hitboxes. I'm going to It should depend on the attack. Because the thing is I don't want to make a bunch of sprites that match an attack just to make the hitboxes. I want to just be able to scale the hitboxes. So I'm going to put that into the create hitbox event once I draw this square. So what was the thing for drawing a box? Draw game maker to draw Draw a rectangle. That's what it is. Draw a rectangle. You get the X1, Y1. Position of the top left corner. And the position of the bottom right corner. Okay. So let me just draw a visual for myself so I'm not feeling stupid when I go in and actually do the math and numbers for this. Okay. So we're dealing with X1, Y1 is this top corner. And then X2, Y2 is this bottom corner. And outline, whether the rectangle is drawn or outline true or false. So I can draw the color and then draw the rectangle. Okay. And then just put draw set color first. And use my other color pen. I take very detailed notes. I be cooking over here. I be mad cooking. Hello writing. This camera quality is so bad. Hello writing. Front and back. I haven't used this notebook in a while before, like, when did I start getting back into this? Like a week ago? Maybe half a week ago? I don't remember. But it's been a second. This is still live. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So now what we need to do is we need to go inside our code. And we need to go to the create event. We need to set in X1 equals 0, a Y1 equals 0. Because in the create event, that's where you establish all your variables on object creation. X2 equals 0. And hold on, let me zoom in. There we go. X2, then Y2 equals 0. And we will need, actually, enemy hitboxes will be red, player hitboxes will be blue. That's what I've dictated just now. And then there will be no outline. So I don't need an outline for this. So I'm gonna go here. Draw the hitboxes. So I'm gonna do draw, set, color. And we're gonna do, this is the player hitbox or the enemy hitbox. Oh. There we go. I was about to say, why is it not zooming? Okay. Okay, this is the player hitbox, so I need to make the color blue. C. Do they have a C light blue color? Actually, I'll make the color green because the test battle background is green. They have lime. We're gonna use lime. Color lime. Then we are going to draw a rectangle. Check my stream, delay, frame drops. No frame drops, we're doing good. Draw rectangle. Alright, so we're dealing with x1, y1, x2, y2. And outline will always be set to 0 because we don't need an outline for a hitbox. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna change that to false. Might as well be. There we go. There's like so many ways to do true, like true and false. You could do 0 and 1. Wait, 1 and 0. You could do normal, true and false. You can do no one for false. It's just a lot. Save. Okay, now that I have that in the hitbox, I can add that to create hitbox. So I'm gonna do var x1 equals argument 6. Var x2 equals argument 7. Var y1 equals, actually, let me do those next to each other. Y1 here, x2 here equals argument 8, and var y2 equals argument 9. Okay, that should do it. Right, and I'm gonna add the descriptions at arg x1 at arg x2. I mean y2. I mean y1. Jesus. At arg. Not the number dyslexia. Come on, man. At arg y2. There we go. Okay. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is I almost didn't notice this. I need to remove the sprite section of this. We're not using a sprite. We're drawing a box. Which means I have to change all of these argument numbers. Move sprite. Argument 0, 1, 2. This needs to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Now I need to do hitbox dot x1. Do that 4 times. I'm going to change this to y1. Shit. Did I hit insert on accident? I did. I found out you can change like how your mouse backspaces and stuff by hitting insert. I found that out a long time ago because I thought my computer was broken because I couldn't fix it. What did this nigga send me? What the? I already know. I already know what meme this is. I'm not even gonna play it. Good lord. Okay. Hitbox. X2 and Y2. So now we're gonna make those equal. Hold on, I should zoom in. You guys cannot see this. There we go. So X1 is going to be equal to X1. And then same for the rest of these. This is going to be Y1. This is going to be X2. This is going to be, morning, Will. Y2. Okay, so that establishes the size of our hitbox. So now we need to finish drawing the hitbox. So we have all our information here. Nice, bro. Is it the same prescription, or did you just get like a new style, a new frame? New prescription, new frame? What's up? It's going all right. We're making progress. It turns out I did most of this work already, actually, a while ago. But I decided I didn't need it. And I ended up leaving all the stuff in anyway. So now I'm just kind of polishing what I did before. Okay. Most recent pair had a lens pop out, so I went back to, I got you. Nice, bro. My mans can see. Seeing that. That's nice. Thanks, bro. Enjoy Fire Emblem. I'm still waiting for my copy to come. If it comes today, I'll unbox it on stream. If it comes in time. Because I don't know. Mail usually runs here around noon. And I'll probably still be live by noon, so we'll see. Need to get a new prescription. I'm wearing the pair I got in like 10th. Jesus. Go to the eye doctor. Go get some glasses. Ow. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Now that we have all this established shit. We need excuse me. Are you serious? I thought it was because you could. Girl, if you don't go to the, oh, I'm gonna lose it, bros. I'm gonna lose it, bros. Go take care of your well-being! I won't let you destroy my world! Alright. I remember what I was doing. I need to copy this draw statement. I need to create one inside of the enemy hitbox. Draw. Draw. Description. Draw hitbox. Whoa, excuse me. Alright, hitboxes. I did not have to type that a second time. Then I am going to change the color to... Thanks, Will. Change the color to... just red. Straight up red. Straight up red. Might as well save. Okay, now that we've done all of that, I have to make hitboxes for all of the attack animations in the game using my create hitbox script. But luckily, all of the attacks in the game are confined to these two scripts. Okay, so what is happening here? Why are there errors? Oh! I accidentally put a space there. There we go. Ooh, I love coding. I remember one time I was making the font for my game, or putting the font in because I downloaded a font off of an open source asset website, and I couldn't get the slash to show up because you have to like denote all of your letters inside of code. Hold on, macros. Like right here, I have to do all of the letters. So I was doing I think what is this? Backslash? I think this is backslash. And I was like, why isn't my backslash showing up when I type stuff? It's because you have to put 2 backslashes, because when you're coding, 1 slash does something, but 2 slashes don't. So you have to put 2 slashes next to each other for it to register 1 slash. I was like, what? All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to close a lot of what we have open. Come on. Whatever. It's going to make me do it from this view. Alright, so I'm going to close a bunch of this. And right now, the only enemy I can even use is Shanktopus, because he's the only one with an attack animation. I can't use Succubus because I think she's only going to have projectile attacks. And I don't have projectiles coded in the game yet. So maybe once we get hitboxes and hitboxes done, maybe we could do something with that after I animate her further. Okay. Now. There we go. Let's zoom back in here. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to close this. We need to go into our scripts. And over here on the side, if you can, I don't know if you can see that well. I'm looking at a tiny OBS preview. I don't know if y'all have this on full screen or whatever, but over on the left pane here is all my sprite assets. So I am going to go through these and add hitboxes to all of the attacks. I also, another thing that's on the agenda for today is I need to move the origin. Oh my god, if I move the origin of these characters, that is going to be so much work to fix everything. Because there's so much stuff that's hard code dependent on like really specific positions of the characters. And it's gonna be really annoying putting like the origin point at everyone's feet. But whatever, I'll have to do it. For the sake of efficiency, I do not need to worry about this one. I don't even know why this... Yeah, I don't know why this sprite is here. I'm gonna delete it. Because I don't need that. Yes. Okay. Alright, open these. These are all of the attack sprites for Drake. Open this. And we're gonna open Mia. Okay. Alright, so this is the hit frame. This is the hit frame. This is the hit frame. This is the impact frame. This one doesn't have a specific hit frame. So I just need to make it roughly correlate to where her punches impact. And then this is the hit frame. Okay, all right. So X1 for you. Okay. So let me check how he does lifespans. I'm curious. Oh, I muted the lo-fi on accident. Here we go.
Work is so, but the player's hurt boxes lifespan. You're going to set up a system to where the hurt box knows who created it, and then we'll give it a damage with any after we've created it. And now what we can do is we can set this information in the object. So we can say hitbox dot sprite index equals sprite hitbox dot, well, and we have to make this creator variable in the hitbox as well.
Actually, hold on. Now that I think about it, I think I did something dumb. Where are my hitboxes? I said objects. Mini battle hitbox. Okay. Draw creator. But that sets the creator so late. Because I should, in theory, be able to do this with one hitbox. These are like literally the exact same. Yeah, I shouldn't need this. Shift tab. And I shouldn't need... And I should be able to just do this here. I'll do... You set the, for one thing, I don't need to set a sprite. Get that out of here. Set a... Oh wait, I am forgetting semicolons here. I'm glad I went back. I need to... go to... I need to move the creator spot right here. Up here. Oh, there's the timer. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. Just a second. Take like a 15-minute break. 20 minutes. Nice and round. After I get rid of this, I don't think I'm going to need to have an enemy and a player. Why am I getting an alarm? Okay, var hitbox create. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna do draw creator. No, if creator equals if creator.object index equals object player value. If object is object player bagel units then make a line color tab and then control C the enemy, we'll make it red. Save. And then then the only time you need to draw this is if debug global dot debug is true, then you do all of this. That was the thing that I was forgetting. Okay, so now I don't need an enemy one of these, I don't think. Wait. Wait, hold on now.
And we're gonna create not that then. What other one? Okay, we'll talk a lifespan for health. So we're gonna set the origin. I think I can see
Right,
it there.
you set all those hitboxes, but what about when the enemy attacks?
Hitboxes to visible again, so we can make sure that they're in the correct position. Yep, that looks correct.
Nigga, what? Hold on.
Here.
Did you make a different...
The resources in downloads? They don't actually for... and then we can copy this exit. It'll just exit out of this code. And we'll say if creator equals no one or creator equals self. No. Equals other. Sorry. Other.
Mm-hmm.
So if the creator equals no one, then it never had a creator set, and we're just going to exit. If the creator equals other, then that means that the object that we're colliding with, which is other, is our creator. They're equal to each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same thing. And we also want to exit. Okay. So that will make it so that when the knight attacks, it will no longer kill itself, but our hitboxes will still hit it. So our hitboxes still hit.
Okay.
But when...
Alright. That's good to know. Okay. Well, I'll do that then. Because surely I was going to run into that problem. I need to do that in here. Because he's only using one hitbox object. I want to do that. Actually, I don't need to do this. If Shift Tab, if zoom visible equals true, and there we go. And then set this to invisible, save, and then if creator equals no one, or creator equals no one, or creator equals other. Exits.
But its own hitboxes won't hit itself now. So that's good, but you guys also notice that it's not destroying the player, right? Well, that's because we only have a collision with the knight. So we would have to
I'm
add
so
another
stupid.
collision
Why
event.
would
Right
I
click on
make
this, and we could do
2
duplicate
objects
event.
when I could just put 2 fucking collision events? Oh my god. This is why I'm only an amateur, bro. I do not need this at all. Holy crap. Duplicate events, collision, objects, battle units, enemy. Jesus. I didn't even think of that.
Event. Or we could say copy event. And that's interesting. I didn't know you could copy paste events like that. But basically we can add another collision event, one with the skeleton, and then we can copy paste this code into this collision event. However, that is going to create a lot of different it's going to create a lot of different collision events for every single new enemy we add, or every single new if you decide to add 2-player couch.
Yeah,
so we
nigga,
don't want
come
to
on.
do that.
All of my enemies are literally 1 unit. I just changed the sprite and the stats. I don't need this
pain.
information.
But what
In
we
fact,
can do
you taught me
instead
this shit.
is use GameMaker's inheritance system. So inheritance just allows you to have a parent object that can have information about it that is a knight, and we have the skeleton that both need to be able to be hit by a hitbox. So we're going to create a new object. So we'll create an object and we'll just call this one O_lifeform.
Oh, I have that. I could have did that. Oh my god. Battle units, object, battle unit. There. Now it's indiscriminate. It doesn't matter which one it is. I did that on the wrong thing. Change event. Collision, battle units, object, battle unit. Delete, yes. Close this. It's funny how friggin' simple that is, but like how I just did not think of it whatsoever. Okay, I really don't need this enemy hitbox then. That's much more efficient.
So this is a life form, and all life forms will be able to be hit by hitboxes. So now we can add some children, and you can see right here in the life form, if we come right here, we can click on parent, and then we can add children. So let's add a child. We'll add the knight. We'll add another child, the skeleton. So the skeleton and the knight are both a life form now. They both inherit that information from life form. What information do they inherit? Well, currently there's no code or anything inside of our life form, so that they're not really inheriting anything. However, if we come into our hitbox, instead of colliding with the knight, we can right click on this and do change event and do collision. Where's collision? With life form. So now when a hitbox collides with a life form, it will destroy it, as long as the life form wasn't the creator. So now we only have to have one collision event, and it inherits that, and this enemy can now kill our player. Because both our knight and our skeleton are both life forms, so when we collide with any life form, it runs this code. So that's really convenient. Now all you have to do is every time you add a new enemy or a new player to the game, you just make them a child of life form, and hitboxes will
I just need to be careful though, because I can already see the issue in the future where I'll do some sort of projectile that has to like hit an enemy in the back row, and it hits the enemy in the front and does the damage to them instead. I can see that like right now. So at some point I'm gonna have to come back to this system, because his is simple, because he's just doing like a little 2D thing, and that's the same mistake I made, because I this game is based somewhat in a tutorial that he made, and I followed it way too closely, and it caused me a lot of issues in the long run, having to rewrite a bunch of stuff because it just wasn't what I was trying to make. Because right now I'm kind of like throwing things together to be able to like make a basic idea of what I'm trying to get to
already. So that's pretty cool. Now we can actually, this is actually a game now.
So like animation's about to be ugly as shit and stuff.
We can roll past him and attack him from behind, and we're looking really good with our game. Thank you guys so much for watching this lesson. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Okay, so that's
good morning. Action. Solve. Fix.
I ain't worried about health and damage. I think I got most of the information that I needed from him. Okay, so now that I've done that, what I have to do is dictate where the hitbox will show up on characters. So when I draw the hitbox, I have to determine where the X and Y is going to be, and that's going to have to be dependent on where the player is at the moment. So let's say, okay, let's open this. Let me close some of this stuff. There we go. Okay, so let's go to this frame. Let's say I'm gonna make a new layer. Put this here. Let's say that we do a box. Is that okay? And then I'm gonna change the opacity of this layer to be 20. Oh, I just remembered something that we need to do in the hitbox. Draw. If debug, it makes visible. draw set color. I also need to do hold on, is there a draw set rectangle ext? No. Color. No, I don't need to do all that. And I'll just destroy. I need to wait. Yeah, draw. Wait, no. I don't need to do that, I don't think. Draw the rectangle. Change hitbox color. Okay. All right. I guess I can't dictate opacity. Hold on. Oh, I can just change the image alpha, I think. Color and alpha. Draw set alpha. Yeah, there we go. That's how you do it. Okay, I'll just do that. There's that color. I'll do a universal draw set alpha. Like right here. Draw set alpha. And I'll make it 0.5. Control C, enter V. And this will change hitbox opacity. Separate all of that. Okay, now we should be able to start building hitboxes. So let's dictate where those are going to be. Let's say from here to here. Should be enough for this first one. Okay. I'll raise the opacity to like 50. And then change the color to like green. What did I make it for the player? Green? Yeah, I did. All right, bro. Let's grab this. Green. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to do that for all of these. That way I can easily determine where hitboxes go. New layer. Let's do it like this. Oh, shoot. I meant to hit that side. There we go. Opacity is wrong. 3, 4, 5. Go. Image. Okay, this one is tricky because the hitbox does not need to be all of this. The hitbox really only needs to be right in front of the player because this isn't like a fighting game or anything. There's not going to be really a time to where I need to hit niggas like above me or anything, so just slap this right here. And then draw a green box. Like right around here. And that should hit in the front. red hitbox. Alright, opacity. Make this red. Insert the hitbox. I wish it was as simple as just drawing the hitbox in. Maybe Game Maker has like a plug-in for that. Okay, so this one is a little unique, but I'm still gonna put it here. Green, da da da. I'll just do a hitbox like here. Now, come on, Rug. Work with me here. And then edit image, impact frame. I'm gonna draw green, boop, boop, new layer. Change the opacity to 50. Like a hitbox like here. Okay. So now everything has a hitbox. So I'm just gonna test. I'm just gonna test how the hitboxes look. Because I'll have to remove those like hard into the sprites hitboxes. Alright, so now, to determine how big the hitbox needs to be in the placement, I'm going to go into here, I'm going to pull out my handy dandy notebook, and go to a new page. Who texted me? Okay. So we are making hitbox values, size values, so this one is for, what sprite is this? Sprite Drake attack 1. I think that's what it is. Yeah, sprite SPR Drake 21 attack 1. And that value will be in X1Y1. Okay, and then I'll do the value itself in orange. Okay, so our origin is at origin is at 85,118. So we're looking at 106.62 is 106.62. Where's my calculator? Gotta do math here. Actually, do I? I technically do, but I can finagle it. Well, I might as well do the math now. No, I can make the game do the math. Why would I do the math? Okay, so I have 85, 118, and 106.62. And 195, 169. Okay, so 85 is the origin. So what we need to do is... Alright, so we're dealing with Drake attack, change sprites, blah blah blah. A key. Return, miss, deal damage right here. So deal damage needs to change to create hitbox. Wait, what was the modifier on that? Modifier was 0.6. Okay. Just take this, create. Box. All right, so we need to do the location of the hitbox. Which will be, actually, yeah, let's say X, Y, that were created on the player's origin. The creator is ID. The lifespan is 1 frame. The damage modifier is 0.6. X1 will be X. X1 will be X minus. Wait, X. X plus 106. Wait. No, why would I? Oh wait. No, I see why I do that. X plus 106 minus 80 minus X. There we go. I know why I would do that. I get it. Or why my brain said I should do that, should I say. Create hitbox there. Then we need to create the Y, which will be Y plus would it be plus or minus? X is across, Y is down. If I'm moving something by the Y axis, it would go up is down. Yeah, okay. Minus. Minus 62. Actually, I can just do plus 62 minus X. I mean Y. Minus Y. And that would give me a negative value, which will move the box the way I want it to go. Now I have to do the same thing, but for these other values. For 195. And 169. That should do it? Huh? Number of arguments for create hitboxes expected 0. Got 9. What are you talking about? This is exactly what you were supposed to get. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Yeah, you're supposed to get exactly 9. It's all put right here. There's 9 arguments. It even lists the arguments. Argument 0, argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, argument 4, argument 5, 6, 7, and 8. Is it because Is it because I didn't put them in here? It might actually be. Modifier x1 y1 x2 y2 save. Yep, that is exactly why. That is so funny. Okay. So it just got mad that I didn't put the information inside of the script in there. It gave me a warning. It probably still would have worked though. Okay, so that'll create the hitbox. So what I'm gonna do is go in here, turn this layer off, save, and play the game. Cannot use function / script name for a variable using. Nigga, what? Yeah, that does not work. What are you talking about? Okay, fuck it. How about this? about that? Compiler? Yeah, you don't have one, bitch. That warning is so stupid. The fuck are they warning me for? Okay, wait, did that work? I think I heard it. I didn't see it though. Which means, is it drawing now? Fuck. I don't think this worked. I was supposed to take a break. Holy crap. I completely forgot. Alright. It's break time. Let me see here. Do I have the... I do. Alright. It's break time. I'm going to set a quick timer. I'm going to take like a 15-minute break. Okay. Drink some water, stand up. Oh. Got my Super Mario jammies on. Oh, you know what it is. Whew. Whew, my legs are sore. Okay. Alright, bros. It's time. This volume is about to be so loud. I just know it. Hold on. Let me see if I can... Let me volume mix this preemptively, because I just know this is going to be abysmal. Here we go. Because those deets and doots are already loud. Your browser doesn't support OpenWebGL. That's kind of a problem. Some effects aren't going to work. I had to make my speech bubble inverted just so you can see what I'm saying. Most importantly, my blue attacks will look like normal attacks. Continue if you dare. I will not. I will not continue, good sir. You have me completely and utterly twisted. We're gonna watch this YouTube video on game development then.
Working
no, sir.
on the character. Hi, my name's Mark, and I am making a video game about magnets. So in the previous episode of this series, I was set something of a challenge from a professional game designer to make a minimum.
Oh, wait, I can raise this back to normal.
Viable product, or MVP, which is basically a
That's what I'm trying to do.
functioning game with everything that makes a game, except the whole game can be extremely condensed. And what's more, I have to make this MVP under a very strict deadline. I've given myself 30 individual days to make a fully featured game with 5 complete levels. So, how did I get on? Well, you're gonna have to keep watching to find out. Okay, so before I jumped into Unity, I thought the best idea would be to make
so
a
abrupt.
plan.
What?
How am I going to spend these 30 days. And so this is what I came up with. I'd spend the first 5 days working on the character and the magnet, the absolute basic stuff. Then I'd have 5 days to make level 1, make all the level architecture and the game mechanics and stuff like that. Then I'd have 15 days to make levels 2, 3, 4, and 5, with the assumption that I'll get faster as time goes on. That leaves me 5 days for meta elements like a pause screen and saving and loading, as well as polishing and...
I need to do save and loading. That's what I forgot about. That was supposed to be the next thing I did before I started
I think that's a pretty good plan, and I can't think of anything too important that I've missed. So let's crack on. Spoiler alert: I missed something important. So it's
spoil it, bitch.
1, and it's time to do something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Give my game some graphics. I am sick of my game being a white rectangle jumping around some blue squares. It's time to give my game some character and some life. Now, I was really pleased with the response to my pixel art in a previous episode of this series when I showed you my old Picross game. So I decided to do
that
pixel art
is
for this
cool,
game
man.
too, which has the added benefit of being pretty fast to produce. So in a matter of hours, I had made a character who is now a boxy orange robot, a magnet with a slightly unnerving face, I might remove that, some key gameplay elements like an electromagnet and a button, and some background decoration and some floor tiles. Day 2, and I started a new project in Unity and started working on the character. I pulled across a bunch of code from my prototype, but with the aim of refining it and rewriting it for this MVP. For example, the prototype never had any animation, so time to figure out how that works, which I realized it was going to be kind of time consuming to make a full run cycle for this robot, so I decided to cheat and just kind of cut its legs off and replace it with a wheel. A bit cheeky, but with some nice dynamic poses and some particle effect, it looks pretty nice. Day 3, and it was time to put the magnet into the game. Now, I wanted to develop my own magnetism system. I've been using the built-in point effector in Unity, which is cool, but does have some limitations. Unfortunately, I'm not a strong enough coder for this to really work. My system was good, but had loads of bugs and weird edge cases, so I decided to cut my losses and scrap most of it. But I could reuse some of the code to make a nice juicy system where the magnet subtly tilts towards nearby magnetic sources. Day 4 was all about magnet states. So I now have a red magnet that's attracted to blue stuff, a blue magnet that's attracted to red stuff, a grey sleepy magnet that's attracted to nothing, and a way to switch between them with a button press. And then day 5 was all about picking up and throwing the magnet, and this was another case of my pixel art making things more complicated. How do I make the character pick up and hold a magnet and make it look good with these pixel art arms? So I cheated again. I cut the robot's arms off and just have these floating hands.
I don't know why my screen started glitching right there.
Pick up the magnet. But again, if I put some little arms on with a line renderer and use a springy hinge joint for holding the magnet, I think it actually looks pretty cool. There's a lot of charm and character here. And so in the first week, I now have the character and the magnet moving around an empty environment, and it looks pretty good. So I'm happy with that. And it's almost time for level design. Though first I had to take a quick week off to work on the Metroid Dread Boss Keys video. I am still trying to run a YouTube channel here. Okay, now it's time for some level design. And the idea for the first level is that it kind of just introduces you to the concept of a magnet and has some nice, simple scenarios and challenges to test you on those basic skills. Now, in order to actually design the level, I made what I consider to be one of the greatest purchases of my entire life. It's a whiteboard. This thing is amazing. This actually isn't even the one I purchased this absolutely huge one, but it's screwed to the wall downstairs. But it was so good, I bought another one just to have next to my computer. It's not just great for level design, but also for to-do lists and pseudocode and doodling ideas. I use it every day. It's the best thing ever. So the way I actually did this was to draw out a small scenario on the whiteboard. Perhaps just a magnet to pull down a weight, which opens up a door on a pulley system. And then take a photo of it, erase it, draw out another one, and repeat. Then put all the photos onto my computer and arrange them in a way that I thought flowed quite nicely and had a nice sort of casual incline of difficulty. I could then draw the full... This made much more sense before I realized how tight the frame was going to crop in. I could then draw out the
Bro,
full
just
thing
give up.
On the whiteboard.
Give up showing your head.
Remake it in Unity. And so that's what I did for the first day. I made the level architecture using the tile map, and I designed and drew and coded up the first mechanics like the weight and pulley, this crusher thing that can destroy your character, and a electromagnet. I then wasted an entire day trying to make a really complicated enemy using like a finite state machine AI system, which was absolutely overkill for this project. So then kind of, again, cut my losses and just made a really simplistic enemy, basically like a Goomba that can move left and right, and you can put it on his head to kill it. By that point, I had made most of the levels, so I kind of just went like, done, time for polishing. So I used Unity's 2D lighting system to give the game a bit more depth and visual interest. I had those floor tiles from before, but it would be really tedious to put down all of the floor tiles in the right positions. But here comes Unity with the assist again, with its experimental rule tile system. You basically teach Unity how your tile map works, and now you can just draw it on, and it puts down the tiles in the right places. It's an amazing system. And I also played around with Cinemachine, which is this
Unity going
system.
crazy, bro. Game Maker be having me suffering. Most of Game Maker is code. God bless. Y'all be having automated systems and shit, man.
That can do really powerful stuff, like have it track the player in a really nice way, and then subtly transition to a zoomed out static frame.
Oh my god, if I switch game engines, the amount of work that would take. Oh, bro, I am not fucking switching game engines. That's hella cap. It is like, at this point, it's Game Maker 2 all the way, bro. The whole way. I have put way too much time in learning this shit. Oh, it does have a plugin system. Oh, see, my goofy ass just never researched it, so. Damn. I'm about to look up some Game Maker 2 plugins. I need to see what I can just... Do they have one for hitboxes? Did I do this for nothing? Probably. Not even gonna worry about it. Or was I?
Framed shot of a puzzle room before following the player again. And then finally, I just needed to add in a few more elements to make the level actually work, like checkpoints, so you don't need to go all the way back to the beginning when you die, and a way to respawn the magnet.
I love Game Maker 2, I've been enjoying it.
To illustrate this, I used a chunky green pipe as a sort of winking homage to my favorite video game series of all time, Flappy Bird. So now I am on to the 15-day sprint of making levels 2, 3, 4, and 5. But over the weekend, I had an idea for a puzzle. Now, I'm going to have to be a little bit vague about how the puzzle works. Not because I'm like super precious about my level design, but because...
Alright, since we... How much time is left in this video? Yeah, since we ended up having to delay the break because I didn't stop working.
Feedback on
I'm gonna finish the YouTube video and then go back
if you already know the solution. So forgive me while I kind of dance around it a little bit. But I drew the level idea out on the whiteboard and then remade it in Unity, and then realized that there were loads of problems and ways to cheat it in Unity, so I had to work on it over and over again. And
weren't you supposed to be making this fast paced, bro? You literally said your issue was you did, huh? Yeah, I'll probably get Unity and make like a platformer or something. Try it out.
Iterate on the idea until it works, but I am really proud of it. It was a lot of fun to make.
Make up
and
a
I think
simple
it is
idea and just
a pretty
hop
cool
in.
puzzle. It works on a lot of that stuff I talked about in my puzzle design video, of using assumptions to lure the player into realizing that there's basically an impossible cat.
But you said you weren't making a puzzle game. He's falling into the exact same issue that he had the entire last episode of this video series. You were making a fast-paced platformer and you ended up accidentally making a puzzle game. Now you're still making puzzles.
To the puzzle, forcing them to think in a more lateral way to come to the actual solution. The puzzle itself is a single screened puzzle chamber with lots of moving parts and complexity, and I just really enjoyed making it. And what's more, to make the puzzle work, I had to design some brand new game mechanics, like a laser beam that you can block with the magnet, which ended up inspiring some new puzzles about lasers. And I also had to make this plug and socket system where you can transfer power from one block to another, which itself inspired some new puzzles. And those new puzzles led to new game mechanics, which led to new puzzles on top of that. I mean, puzzles were just coming out of my butt at this point. But I did have a problem. You see, level 1 was just a single scene in Unity, a long, continuous stage with all of the elements in the world.
Oh my God.
And so I tried to do that for level 2 by having the puzzle chambers all in a single scene, and then, you know, I put in like little corridors to link them up. But this was a bit unwieldy. I mean, that is a lot of stuff in memory at one time. My hierarchy in Unity was getting way too messy, and I think worst of all, it was really hard to move things around. Like if I suddenly decide that actually the 4th puzzle room is quite easy and so should go in the 2nd place, it would be a nightmare to shift all of that around. It's just not worth it. So I came up with a new plan. Instead of having 5 big individual levels, the idea is each level would be a series of small scenes all connected up via doors. So a level might be 3 of these puzzle chambers with a number of interstitial levels that might teach you the game mechanics that you'll need in the puzzles, or provide some platforming.
Oh, I
as a
like
sort of,
that transition.
like,
I like the
cleansing
camera
in between
system.
the tricky puzzles. It would be a lot more work, but I think it is the right way to go, and I'm pretty excited. But I need to take time off from development again to make the previous episode of developing, which I mentioned in this video, how does time work? And this is where things started to go pretty wrong. So I came back to work on the game and I made one of these little interstitial levels, a small tutorial teaching you how the laser beam mechanic works. But then I needed to stop again because time was running out for the year, so I needed to make the accessibility roundup for 2021. And as soon as that was done, I had to transition immediately into making the video on the Forgotten City because I was just kind of running out of time. So it's now been a full month since I last worked on the game, but I tried to put in another day's work. I made some new levels that are basically replacing level 1, you know, teaching you about picking up the magnet and throwing it. But then I had to stop for Christmas. I worked for 1 day after Christmas, but then had to stop for New Year's. And now it's 2022 and I worked on the game for a day and did a little bit of level design, and I tried to work on the game for another day. I put in these little screens that tell you which buttons to press, but that's literally all I did that day. And then I had to stop again to make the Invisible Choices video, and this just isn't really working, is it? You see, every time I stop development to go work on a YouTube video, I lose a lot of momentum, and it's really hard to pick it back up again, especially after a month out. Basically, I took all of December to make videos. I think what makes it even harder is that my systems for making the game are pretty messy. Like my code and my tools in Unity, they're just a bit shonky. I've got loads of little bug fixes and last minute patches and these things where it has to be set up in just the right way for it to work, which makes even the most simple and easy levels more tedious and time consuming to design than they should be. So I've lost my momentum, I've got tools that make things more tedious and time consuming than they should be, and it's just sapped all of my motivation for this MVP. And I've done 20 days of game development at this point, but the thought of doing 10 more, like another 50% of that work again, is just...
Burn yourself out, bro. You shouldn't have did it in 30 days.
It sucks, but I feel like I should probably just end it here. But it's not the end of the world, because the MVP totally paid off. Like, the exercise did exactly what it should have. By giving myself that deadline and that super specific goal, I got myself out of that analysis paralysis rut. I made decisions, I made content, I discovered what I really like about the game, which is making these single screen puzzle chambers. I also came up with loads of ideas for how to improve the game in the future. For example, having really robust and reliable and intuitive level making tools so I can churn out content much more easily and more comfortably. And perhaps most importantly of all, I have made something now that I can give to people to play, to get some feedback on. Remember, I'm the only person who has ever played this game. I need to give it to some other people to see what they think.
Probably should.
So it's time for Operation.
That's what I'm working towards.
To spend a few
I want to
more
be able to
days
make a
putting
battle
together
gauntlet.
the last finishing
Let people
touches
play it.
to make the game work, to make it playable, so that I can upload it and get some feedback. So, day 21. It's time to radically cut the scope of the game from like 35 scenes down to about 14, much more manageable. And so I spent that day just working on the final level designs that I would need to plug the gaps and have it work as a full functioning game. Day 22, and it was finally time to put in some audio, some music and sound effects.
Nice.
Whoa, I should have done this way earlier. This
I need more
actually
sound effects,
adds
man.
So much character and life.
I gotta get
to
with
the
my
game.
homeboy.
Even something as simple as a button coming on and off, if you have a simple sound effect with it, it just works so much better. I will remember this in future. Put sounds in early. And day 23, I crawled to the finish line by polishing it up a little bit, fixing some of the most egregious bugs that I knew about, and putting in a very scrappy, lazy pause menu for resetting the puzzle and quitting the game. And now I'm done. Right? I mean, it's a bit messy, it's a bit broken, there's lots of bugs and glitches that I know about.
That's fine. You
But
can
I
always
can't
fix
do
them.
anymore. Like, it's over, it's done. I've gotta just get it out there. It's the end, right? Well, that was kind of the original plan. This video was going to be about me making the MVP across 30 days, or now 23 days. And then the next video was going to be about me getting feedback on the game. But I got a bit excited, you know, because, you know, I finished the game. It's playable. It's ready for people to try. And so, you know, gave it to my wife to play, and her feedback was not great.
Why am I up here? I think that's broken. It's too many buttons. I don't like it. I would say the jump is a bit. You go a bit all over the place. Because like I've got it now, so you don't need to hammer home the point.
It's quite tedious to be like,
This is really tedious. This is really tedious. No. I think we're
Not her hating it.
But she did give me some very good advice. She said, you want feedback on this game, but you want people to tell you about the game as a whole and about the puzzles. You don't want people getting bogged down in all the little bugs and glitches and annoyances and frustrations. So maybe just spend a couple days fixing those up before you release the game. And so I begrudgingly agreed. So day 24, fix up all of the annoyances that my wife discovered. Day 25, okay, you know, I am like a better programmer at this point, so I should try and make a better magnetism system. Yeah, that actually looks a lot better. Let's put that in the game. Now I am done, though. Right. Well, I gave the game to my dad to play, and he discovered a whole bunch of bugs that I had never seen before. Like, you shouldn't be able to.
Woo! Welcome to hell, baby.
Off the screen.
Oh
That's
my
break
God.
Things. And no,
I find new
shouldn't be
glitches
able to
every
do that.
time I test my
That's
game.
wrong. That's a disaster. So day 26, fix up all of those bugs, and day 27. If I'm doing this, I might as well do it properly. So I added in a save and load system, so you didn't lose all your progress if you quit the game, and a better pause screen that is less ugly and stops you from quitting the game with a single button press. But now I really am done. Right. Well, I gave the game to my brother to play, and he discovered a bunch of ways to essentially cheat the puzzles and skip the solutions. So day 28 fixed all of those problems. Oh, and I left the game with my brother, and he gave the game to my 8-year-old nephew, who managed to break the game in ways that only a child can break it. So day 29 fixed all of those
And this
bugs.
is why you
And
playtest.
Day 30.
And this is why you playtest. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he went through the process of getting different age groups to play it too, because kids play games different than grown people. And the fact that he gave that shit to a kid, it was just like, oh, this nigga is finding ways to destroy this in ways I didn't even know were possible. Yeah, he thinking.
Break it. So day 29, fix all of those bugs. And
Way different
day
than you.
30, polish, finish, compile, upload.
You've played too many games, you know how to play it. And grown people are gonna have some level of thought process that's different than a child who's gonna just think of ridiculous ways to do things, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
So in the end, I did get to 30 days. And that's because in my original plan, I had never considered playtesting. I mean, I'm not a complete idiot. Like, the point of this was that after I finished the MVP, I would throw it out to the world for feedback, but I now see the value of giving the game to a very small select group of trusted people to see how they play the game and see what bugs they run into and what assumptions they make that I never did, and to then fix and tweak the game based on those playtests. Better to get those problems out of the way now as part of the development process than after giving it out to thousands of people on the internet. But it is finally that time. The minimum viable product is now done, and I have a playable demo for the world to play, or at least a very small, tiny fraction of the world, because I'm giving this demo exclusively to my patrons on any tier for the first month of its release. And I'll also give it to some designers and developers, including Oliver, who set me this MVP challenge, because as it turns out, the MVP was a brilliant idea. I just kind of screwed it up. So if you want to do one of these yourself, here is my 3 pieces of advice. Number 1, it's got to be pretty much your singular focus for the duration of the project. You can't go off for a month and make a bunch of YouTube videos and expect to keep up that same level of motivation. 2, you have to factor in playtesting. Give yourself at least 5 days to give the game out to various people, see what their feedback is, and tweak and adjust and fix the game based on those playtests. And 3, you don't actually need loads of content for this. It's not about generating stuff and getting the game built. It's really about seeing what the game feels like and plays like as a complete whole. The way I see it, a prototype is a way of testing the viability of a mechanic, but an MVP is a way of testing the viability of that mechanic within a larger game structure. So you want to see, is it working? Is this the right direction? Is it fun? And ultimately, that's up to you now, or at least people who give me money every month. So please, if you are a GMTK patron, go download the game, see what you think, leave me some feedback, and then next month on developing, we will look at that feedback, see what you think, and decide where to take the game next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Nice. Fun time. I learned some stuff.
Hi.
We'll watch episode 5 later, maybe. if I am still working by the time I decide to take another break. It is already 12? Jesus. Just gonna clear my phone notifications real quick. None of this matters. And enough of that. There we go. Alright, new timer. I'm gonna go for about 45 more minutes, and then we'll take another break. Alright, where do we leave off? We're programming, we're cooking. We were making hitboxes. The hitbox was not showing up. I am going to add a draw self statement to the top of this draw statement. And that should fix it if it's working correctly. If it's not working correctly, then that won't fix the damn thing. Alright, I have to attack as fast as possible because Shanktopus is going to beat me if I don't. Okay, so that's not working. It's not creating. I'm going to make this here. And I'm also going to... Is this Drake? Yes, this is. Create hitbox. Make some debug statements. If the debug value is true, okay, so do you actually create the hitbox, or are we skipping over this? Okay, so you actually are creating the hitbox. X position, Y position, the creator, the lifespan, the modifier. Is it because the lifespan's so low? Let's create hitbox, alright, so you make yourself. Okay, hitbox is made, creator is set. Okay. Let's see. We got our X position, our Y position. And wait. What? Hold on. I thought I set the map to be... Is it just spawning in the wrong place and I just don't see it? It's my debugger.
lifespan. Able to enumerate. Yeah, we're not even done anymore. And then you're done. Oh, no, is it? Ah. Okay. Fuck. Alright, so for one thing, I need this to happen once, and it's happening multiple times, so I'm gonna have to make another group of variables to prevent that from happening. So I need to go into the battle units. Object battle units. Change state animation. All of these are flash false. What did I call them? One-time variables, I think. That's what I'll dub them. Tap them over just to put them in their own little group. And now I have to add new ones. Hitbox 1 equals false. Hitbox 2 equals false. Okay. Now I have to create the hitbox. And I have to follow the same. So if hitbox is false, then create the hitbox. Then if then set hitbox to true. Yeah. I used the wrong variable. Hitbox 1, that's what it is. Hitbox 1 equals true. And then do another if statement for, it's the wrong one. Yeah, it is hitbox 1 and 2. Come on, nose. Please stop. Damn, it's 12. I've gotten a lot of work done, actually.
All right. Oh, I completely forgot to start the music back. That's why I can't think clearly. I need my lo-fi to music to study and beat off to. I mean, if okay, if hitbox 1 does not equal hitbox 2, then we need to set them to be equal. Equal hitbox 2. Is it the other way around? Yeah, it's hitbox 2 equal to hitbox 1. Okay, so that will run that code exactly one time. And then I need to reset the variable inside of the step event. And I need to set this to hitbox 1 equals false. And hitbox 2. Now this is probably a super inelegant way to run code exactly one time, but it is the only way, and by only way I mean the first way I saw on Google to do it. So it's just good. There's just gonna be a bunch of trash variables that are used in a cycle. I guess they're not really trash variables. They're necessary to make something work correctly, but still. Okay, so that works. So it's creating the hitbox exactly one time. It's creating it at... Okay, so the treat X and Y. Alright, so I'm going to do this again. I want to see what the hitbox's X and Y is. Well, on creation. Wait a minute. Here is an issue. This isn't supposed to happen here. This is supposed to happen on a specific frame. And I removed that part of the code. Completely absent-minded. This is supposed to happen on the second frame. Of this animation. Very specifically. I ran the wrong way. There we go. Running debug. Let's see what we can figure out here. Stream running good. Volume should be good. I haven't dropped a single frame the entire stream. We are almost at 3 hours. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to create hitbox. If animation hit frame to create hitbox, we're gonna step inside of the function. Sets all of the values correctly. It creates the hitbox. Creates all of its values. Then we go into Premiere. So now exposition position. So instances. Object player value unit. This should be Drake, I think. Yeah. So your X and your Y are 350 and 175.
hitbox. Object battle. Where is it? Ah, there it is. There it is. Object battle hitbox. Okay. Your X and Y is at 350, 175. So then, let me see. I need to go into the draw event for the hitbox. So I need to... Does it never go into the draw event? Should the duration be... Oh, wait! Oh, I'm so stupid. I set the duration for 1. The duration should be like 32 frames, right? Let me just see what that does. Because I know it's creating the hitbox now. Okay, that still didn't show up. I don't think. Why is it not visible? Why does it not go into the draw event? Because when you create the hitbox, as long as the hitbox persists, because it's not damaging the enemy either. Wait, hold on. Where's my create? Did I created it on the instances layer. Does layer affect... Hold on. Can instances at different depths collide? Collision only if two objects are on the same depth. To make it easier for others to read, please try to format your... Okay, whatever. So when you checking the depth of one, maybe setting instead not. Oh. Checks if the collision instance exists. Checks if there is a collision with that instance within the 1616 or less of this service. That's probably why. I don't think they're on the same depth. So I need to do create layer depth. Let's just say 2. No, 1. Is it -1? I think it's -1. For one thing, it's not visible though. And it should be. I said if debug equals true, which debug should equal true. Debug. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out. Once I get this working, this system should be super easy to do with a little bit of math. Okay. So I did the screen shake. I don't think I did any damage. Instances. Object enemy battle unit. What's your depth? You're at 0. Alright, so let's change this to 0. Okay. So now, I'm gonna go to instances. We're going to step in so that we can see the creation of this event. Creator. Set all the values and the modifier. And the lifespan alarm. So we know that creator is instance battle unit. I mean player battle unit. Enemy battle unit is at the same depth. What is your... Well, I need your stats object. Player stats, Mia stats. Do you not use a stat option? I don't think it does. Your health then, bitch. Shank to push. Draw health. I guess its health value is determined in JSON. If I remember correctly. I could have sworn this dude had a stats object though. Okay. And then the lifespan is set to 32. Wait, whoa, what was that? Hold on. No, I need a normal one. Normal run. So I just need to see if I saw what I saw. Sit back. No, I didn't. Okay, and I did not damage the enemy either. So the hitbox is creating, but it's not giving me visuals and it's not doing its intended purpose. Does it need a step event? Why would it need a step event though? Draw should run every frame. Oh, is it because I set this to... Hold on. If it's that, then that's gonna be funny. Egg on my face.
I was hitting the wrong button. Error? Trying to draw non-existent sprite. Okay. So I don't need to draw self here to draw the box. I guess. So now I know it goes into the draw event. It's because it wasn't visible. That's why it doesn't go into the draw event. So invisible makes it just completely not draw at all. Which makes sense. Okay. So first things first. When you're destroyed, I need to draw set color to see white. Actually, I can do it at the end of the draw event. Set color to see white. Then I need to dictate. Okay, so the X and Y are completely wrong, for one thing. That explains why it's not doing any damage. So I need to rethink my calculations. So let's say okay, what if I do this? I meant to run that normally. No. Actually, stop altogether. This is set to 32 frames. It needs to just be one. Save, play. We're almost there. I have no idea where that went. Let's just say this and then put this at one frame again, save, play. Okay, so it did appear for that one frame in the wrong spot, but I saw it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I want it to be active for one frame. Wait, okay, so it will do damage once, so I don't need to. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be visible for exactly one frame, so I can put it at 32, and I need to figure out where I'm gonna put its X and Y. So use attack type happens in the attack script, which runs through the player unit, which means that
X should be in regards to the player. What do I get if I do that?
Almost. Okay, so what if I just put it at X, Y,
And then, let's see, where's the sprite? Here we go. How big are you? From X, Y to 195. I need my calculator app. Okay, so if this is 0, 0, we're doing 195 minus 106. I think. 89. So we're going up 89s. So we'll make this X plus 89. And this X minus something. I think. No, down is positive 1x. Okay. And then this is 169, 62. Okay. 69 minus 62. 107 low. Save, play. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot. This is still visible. Wait. I don't think that did any damage either. Does that have to collide with its origin?
that didn't really do anything. Niggas talking about don't use the built-in collision. I'll face that when I get there.
Where is... All right, so now
I need... That didn't really do what I needed it to. I don't think. You play, because I think that was the right size. It's just not in the right position. Because I think it spawns from the player's middle X and Y. And that's not where I want it to spawn from. Yeah, that is the right. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. So I need to create the hitbox at I can use the player's X and Y, but it needs to be so it's the right size because I did the math for that in my head. But this is the center. 85,118. So if 85,118 is the center, then this, which is up here, I need to do a position at 106 minus 85, and then add that. Where's my calculator? God, I wish I could just draw this shit where I need it to be. I might need to actually... Oh, now that I think about it, instead of drawing a rectangle, I might need to draw a... I need to make a square sprite and then stretch the sprite. That way the collision mask works correctly. Yeah, because a collision mask comes with a sprite, and that's what... Damn. So I did need to draw a sprite. I have to rework this script. And I need a hitbox sprite, so I am going to make one. I'm just gonna make it 32 by 32. Wait. No. Yes. Hitbox is gonna need some sort of collision mask. So I'm gonna have to draw a sprite of some kind. I just don't need to auto add the sprite. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to battle. Should I? Would that be a UI sprite? These are backgrounds. I don't need that. Drake. Yeah, battle. UI. I know I have like miscellaneous sprites somewhere. Why does it look like I only have... Or is that just because... objects. Come on. Oh! I am in a search. That's why. I was like, I know I have miscellaneous sprites. Alright. I'm gonna create a hitbox, right? SPR hitbox. Then I'm going to edit image. I am going to take this sprite. What is it? 64 by 64? That's fine. I'm going to take this sprite. I'm going to paint it green. Then I'm going to go to the hitbox. I'm going to go to the draw event. And then I'm going to draw sprite ext. Then I can draw the Y. Sprite subimage. Right, okay. Then I need to go into fuck it. I don't know why I cared about the color of the hitbox. It really doesn't matter. Fuck all that. Fuck all of this. I need to draw sprite ext. I need to do SPR hitbox. I need to add a sub image of 0. The X position needs to be X1. And then the Y position needs to be Y1. And then I need an X scale, which will stretch the image. I don't know what I should make the X scale. Let's just say 1, 1, rotation, I don't know, 0, color, C, white, and alpha of 0.5. Okay, let me just see if that works. And then go up here. Yeah, everything else should be fine. It doesn't matter that there's values not being used. Fuck. Okay. Play that again. Okay, I have to do a completely different thing to what I thought I was gonna have to do in the beginning. Because if I'm gonna need collision mask, I have to actually have a sprite, which means the sprite gets the collision mask. Okay, so for one thing, why is this visible again? I did not mean to do that. Okay. So I need to find the way to make the X and Y the way I want it to be.
draw it at okay, so your x1 it's gonna be yep. X1, X2. Okay, so I need to draw this at a position of X. Where was? Oh fuck! I closed calculator. Oh, there's the break time, but I'm not ready yet. So I'm cooking. I'm still cooking. I got this. I'll be right back. Actually, give me 1 second. I'll be back, bros. Whoops, that is not what I meant to hit. Screen cam. There we go. Alright, we back. Okay. Now, as I was doing, I need to calculate the position, the X and Y position of this hitbox, which my brain cannot wrap the math in my head for some reason. So 106 minus 85 is 21. Can you do something for me? So 21. So I have X and Y plus 21 and back here. Make this visible again. 21, 106, 62. I need 62 minus 118 equals negative. I could do this math in my head, but why? Work smarter, not harder. 118 equals negative 56. So negative 56 is what I'm looking at for origin 1. So I need to do x plus 21 and then y minus 56. And then to calculate the X scale and Y scale, I need to do, so this is 64 by 64 right now. If I'm doing 64 by 64 and I need it to be I need it to be 64. This is 106. Actually, can't I just? Yes, I can. 90 by 108. Okay. And I can just dictate what the difference between those are. Okay, so 90, I think you do 90 divided by 64 to figure out the ratio. That's like 1.4. divided by 108 equals. Wait, shit, that's wrong. It's 108 divided by 64. 1.6875. Okay. So in order to make this easier, what I can do is, for one thing, I need to make this x okay, I need to change some variables around. So I need to change this to x scale. And this to y scale. Then I need to add a sprite. So I need to do @arg sprite. Then I need to go in here. I need to go to var sprite equals argument 2. This needs to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shit. 9. Then I need to add sprite back down here. Hitbox.sprite equals sprite. Then I need to actually I'll grab this first. Put this here. Then I need to change this to be x scale. X scale, and then this needs to be scale, enter, scale. Okay. Now that we've done that, I need to go back and edit the okay, this is wrong now. So I need this to be the sprite next. So SPR hitbox. Oh wait, I need to go back to the hitbox item. I need to go here. This needs to be create. Let's just do XS. X underscore S, Y underscore S. And then go into the script and then change this to underscore SXS, YS. And then go into the draw and change this to X underscore S. And this to Y underscore S. Okay, so now we have the sprite, we have the sub image, which is always going to be 0, the X and Y position, the X scale, 0, and alpha. Okay, so alpha is always going to be 0.5. So I need to go to here and change some values. Okay. So that means we can change this. I have modifier, damage modifiers in the right place, lifespans in the right place, creators in the right place, X and Y are in the right place. X scale needs to be 1.4. Or I can do, let's just do this. I already know the values I need, so I'm gonna do 64 divided by 90. And then I'm gonna do, no, that's wrong. Fuck, I did that backwards. 108 divided by 64. And then I'm gonna do 90 divided by 64. And that should get me the correct scales. Now, let's see. Save, play. Please damage the enemy. I don't think that's damage. Did I see a damage number? That was the correct hitbox size. I finally figured out the math. No, it didn't. Oh, wait. For one thing, no. This needs to go. Try that again. Sometimes, after all this time I spent, I think maybe hitboxes were a mistake. Okay. So I still don't think that's colliding. So because the Shanktopus is, well, no, he has a collision mask. What the what? Oh! Changing its center changed where the sprite goes. Okay. Let me just make that back top left. Then where is the player idle? I mean enemy idle. Collision mask. Yeah, your collision mask is the whole bitch. The foe should be clear. Object, deal damage. Let's put a debug statement here. Because I don't think it's going into this code at all. It's not acting, it's not treating it like it's colliding with the enemy. It's not colliding with the enemy. certain. Double check off hit state. Var full equals other. Let me just make the hitbox like way bigger and just see if that. I'm gonna make the X scale larger. Let's just put this in parentheses. Then add if that'll be 1.4. Just add like 1. Yeah, nah, it's just not treating it as if it's colliding. Okay, so it was behind him. What if I create this at a depth of 1? Because enemies are you? I need the idle state. Depth equals 0, so it's still at 0. Treating this at 0 doesn't change much. Why are they not colliding? Because I'm pretty sure it should just collide. I've done collision. I've done collision with objects before. Okay, don't use solid. Use a black box and it will always do as you expect. Instead, create a parent object for collision next to object solid. Started using place free use. Check the sprite mask. A collision will only happen if the sprite mask of the player and a solid object overlap. You'll check the mask from the sprite editor. I must log in to look at a screenshot? Kiss my ass. Doesn't work. I suggest placing a breakpoint in your code and running it through the debugger. Okay, not super helpful. Check the sprite mask. I don't need a 9 slice, bro. Automatic. I don't know what tolerance means, but whatever. Tolerance 0. I think it's because of this. Shift tab. Foe needs to be set to other. Other. I don't think they're colliding at all. I think that's the real issue. I just don't understand why that wouldn't be working correctly. The sprites are on the same layer and everything. Their sprite masks overlap. They're at the same depth. Ah! The hitbox is created correctly. -2 just because I want to see it above the player. Now here's something I'm gonna test. Let me test this. Create. Do I ever change your depth? Oh, will I do with the... Yeah, so, Because I have depth sorting. I don't think depth affects collision mass. Not what I'm asking. Okay. Yeah, it's not colliding. This is a collision event with the battle unit. I can't understand why this wouldn't connect. Is it because there's no... Hold on. How about that? Stats object not set before reading. Oh, we got movement. Object player battlefield stuff again. Object hitbox variable says stats object and not set before deal damage. Okay. You might be cooking with something. No, that should. Hold on. Debug that. Debug that. Debug that, bro. Debug that. Debug that right now. We're getting somewhere. This was a lot of trial and error. A better programmer would have did this in a fraction of the time. Okay, so it is colliding now. Other is set to what? I should have, yeah, here's what I'll do. Dot ID. Just so we can get the instance rather than doing all of this other shit. Are we cooking? Are we cooking? Still have a lot of math to do for adding this shit other things. Are we cooking? No, we got an error. Attacker, argument 0, stat object, deal damage. Not set before reading. Oh! Duh. That's what it was. I left information from when I dragged this code over from somewhere else. And that wasn't the right value. So now what the fuck? I hit myself. Okay. Alright, how do I prevent that? That's what this code was supposed to do, but that shit didn't work. If creator equals no one, or creator equals other. Let's run this again and debug. Because I've damaged the wrong character. We're cooking with something though. This is good. Creator is 107. Creator equals no one, or creator equals other. And other is who knows who. I need a debug message. Hold on. Debug. Make a debug message. Come on. Show debug message other. Other ID. I want the ID of other. No. I want the ID of other. Save. Then run that in debug. Hold on, bros. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. Alright, we back. That is the wrong camera. There we go. Let me change this music. This lo-fi is dragging me down. Alright, what else do we got? Let's find some music. Something that's preferably not going to get me banned. Or the audio removed. Play some game music or something. Can I? There we go. Hey man, back up off me. Good OST or something. Ooh! Why is my wrist refrain? I don't like that much. What's the next one? Wait, this one. Yeah, this song works. I like this song. Lower the volume a bit. I need to go to. I need to hard code this thing off. Alright, now where was I? Debugging. Okay. I turned that off. Are you serious? Did the volume just reset itself? Whatever, man. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Okay. Why does that attack him? Ah, I didn't run that in debug, I meant to. Other is set as the foe, but why is Other the player? Right. Yeah, Other is the player. Why is Other the player? So okay, that's just a mistake on my part. It's setting itself Oh. 2 attack per player. Okay, so it collides with the thing. Is there like a function for affecting? The other unit evolved in an instance in a collision event. Oh, this hitbox is colliding with. So I need to make some sort of if statement that separates. Like, where is it? Okay. That's what this was supposed to do. Because the creator equals other, so you should exit the code. Which should make it not work. Yeah, it does. Okay. So now I have to figure out how to get how to get it to, oh wait, is it because, whoops, I hope this is it. It's just layer hierarchy bullshit. That would be nice. No, that didn't work. So it's colliding with the player rather than hitting where I want it to. For one thing, run that again. I'm about to make a recording so I can see something. Okay, game clip recorded. Go to my captures. The hell? Yeah. Hold on, Rush Grain. Give me 1 second. This is not scaled to the right size, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much. As long as it collides with the freaking correct unit, and it wouldn't matter. Because that one does correctly. Well, obviously it does correctly. It uses the previous system. I have to figure out why this hitbox isn't colliding with Shanktopus and is instead colliding with the player itself. Okay, I have a check idea. Alright, if creator equals no, it's gonna collide with whatever it collides with. Which is, I guess, why they said you should do your own check. Can it collide with more than one thing? Why is it colliding with the player over... That's what I don't understand. Just create the hitbox. Behind it. How did he do it? Hold on. Let me go back to the hitbox video. How did he handle this situation?
Good morning. After frame number 4, which is the fifth that in here. If creator equals no one, or creator equals self. No. Equals other. Sorry. Other. Creator set, and we're just going to exit. If the creator equals other, then that means that the object that we're colliding with, which is other, is our creator. They're equal to each other. They're the same thing. And we also want to exit. Okay. So that will make it so that when the knight attacks, it will no longer kill itself, but our hitboxes will still hit it. So our hitboxes still hit, but its own hitboxes won't hit itself now. So that's good, but you guys also notice that it's not destroying the player, right? Well, that's because we only have a collision with the knight. So we would have to add another collision event. So we could right click on this and we could do duplicate event. Or we could say copy event. And that's interesting. I didn't know you could event. Copy paste this code. That is going to create a lot of different collision if you decide to player. You can do instead, hence just allows you to have a parent object that is a knight, a hitbox. So we're going to create a new object so we'll create an object and we'll just call this one O.
Nah, bro. I was watching a YouTube video. God bless. I was like, what happened to this dude? Hitbox is changing men. What's going on? Oh my God. I'm like, what happened to him?
underscore
Alright, so
life form. So this is a life form, and
yes,
all life
this
forms
is
will be able to
exactly
be
what I
hit
did.
by some children, and you can see right here in the life form, if we come right here, we can click on parent, and then
I just had a freaking idea. Just change the collision mass, stupid. You have control over that. Basically, just change your freaking hurt box. You don't have to collide with it. Okay, that still didn't do anything to the... Because I think it's still colliding with it. Let's move... What if I do this? Achoo! I think on creation. No, that didn't help. Oh, well, for one thing, hold on. How about this? If I move, this was X plus 21 to move it over to 2. The X can stay where it is. The Y. No. The X needs to be farther. 50. We'll leave the X scale the way it is. Shit. I mean, change the X scale to be this. Play. And this should move it out of range of that sprite's collision mask. Because I could just turn the whole damn collision mask off for the sprite, and that might fix it. Well, that did that, but it's still not colliding with the enemy. Which means the ID for... Wait, I have... I thought I had a debug message set. It's my debug message, bro. Begin. Yeah, it's not showing my debug message. Sag. Is it because of... Why would you collide with the player, though, if you're not going to collide with the enemy? That's what I don't understand. Hold on, I'm just gonna...
There. Fuck. This is a normal run. I meant to run debug. I gotta stop doing that. Yeah, I'm running in full-on debug. It's just not colliding with anything anymore. So why will you collide with what? You're set to collide with any battle unit. Hold on. Yeah, this is a parent of both objects. Oh, I hate glitches! I hate them! Ah! Where have we been going? It's almost been 4 hours. I'm gonna look at this for a little longer. When we hit the 4-hour mark, I'll probably dip out. I hit the wrong collision mass. Oh yeah, this doesn't count for the players. Can I just do like plus? X scale. X scale. I'm just curious what that does. Because the player units are scaled slightly, so the hitboxes aren't going to be accurate unless I figure out the math to make up for the difference. If it's not plus image scale, it would be, you need to scale to that size. And then scale again separately. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. In the create event, I will set the X scale. Wait, no. It's not going to work in the create event. It's only going to work once the creator's set. No, that's not gonna work. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as the hitbox hits the enemy, I don't really care. It doesn't have to be accurate. For now. Maybe one day that'll be an issue and I'll have to reface this problem, but for now I don't think I have to deal with that. Why are you not colliding with the enemy? That's what I need to figure out. Because otherwise, this is working pretty well. Battle hitbox, draw, alarm, destroy, shooter. What's good with the enemy battle unit's collision X? I don't understand why it wouldn't hit this enemy. It doesn't make sense to me. It'll hit the player, but you won't hit Sanctopus. But why?
Whatever. Alright. That's it. I actually went over on the estimated time on my session. And I got a good bit done, but now I have to figure out whatever this glitch is. So, I'll get to that later. Alright. Cooked for a minute today. We did good. But I'm gonna call it. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. I'm probably gonna work on this off stream a little later. But for now, it's sayonara.